Hey, swimming, what's up? I am absolutely exhausted right now, and today I'm going to do a movie review on The Gentleman. Let's go. So, The Gentleman is a movie released like half a year ago, and it is a movie written and directed by Guy Ritchie, who is used to be known for his very witty, very twisted crime comedy action movies. But lately he has pretty much fallen off the radar. Apparently he directed Aladdin, which isn't a good live action remake at all. But it appears that he has finally returned to form with The Gentleman, which is another really witty, fun, entertaining, violent, offensive crime comedy action movie. Anyways, like pretty much all of Guy Ritchie's crime comedy movies, this movie is there's a lot happening. There is a lot that's happening in the 2 hours of this movie. And to sum it all up, we have the main character, the protagonist, played by Matthew McConaughey, and his name is Mickey Perry or something. So Mickey Perry, he is an American who is an expat who lives in the UK, and he owns a lot, like really like a lot of weed farms, sort of producing marijuana every day. And of course, he has a rivalry. And the rivalry managed to link up with other rivalries and try to attack Mickey Perry all at once. And so stuff happens. A lot of stuff happens, and then there's the whole other stuff with the little girl, and there's the whole other stuff with the Russians. But this is basically the plot. So yeah, let's start off with the cons of this movie before I talk about the pros. Again, there is a lot that's happening in this movie. In the first act of this movie, I was kind of lost and a little confused because there was just so much going on, and I just couldn't catch up with everything that's going on. But at around the second act and the third act, everything seemed to be more clear, everything seemed to be more easy to understand. So there's that. And most of this movie is, in a way, told by one of the characters, played by Hugh Grant, called Fletcher. And his character is basically this really good reporter, like not like good-hearted reporter, like reporter who's really good at his job. And he somehow figured out all of what's happening, and he's trying to blackmail one of the men who works for Mickey Perry, played by Charlie Hunnam, and try to get money from it, from all the information that he's gotten, from all this shenanigans. And pretty much like 80% of the movie is also sort of like a flashback, in a flashback style, where Fletcher basically narrates what's going on, and then it shows a scene, and then it shows another scene. And while I'm not a really huge fan of this kind of storytelling, this is actually somewhat interesting in my opinion, because this isn't actually what happened in the movie. This is what happened according to Fletcher, according to what he's seen, according to what he deduced and gathered. So it's almost like his story is bound to have inaccuracies or maybe bits of imaginative parts or embellishments to the story, which makes this slightly more interesting. But other than that, I don't have that many complaints with this movie. I don't think it's all that mind blowing of a movie either. Like, there are many different scenes in this movie that feel like they're just good old crime action comedy. And trust me, they're not bad. They're pretty good, but it's not like they're groundbreaking or anything. However, there's one scene that I find kind of funny and unbelievable, and that is the scene where a bunch of kids, well, not kids, a bunch of teens, they are hired to sabotage one of the farms, one of the weed farms owned by Mickey Perry, and they went there and beat up the farm workers there, the weed farmers, and they filmed it and they turned it into a like a UK drill music video. which is hilarious. And the music video isn't like, cheap lo-fi fight porn. Like it's really like high quality music video. It's really hard to believe. But yeah, other than that, I think the cast is fantastic. Again, Charlie Hunnam is great, and Hugh Grant, while his character can be kind of annoying sometimes, I actually like how annoying he is and how he's sort of a comedic relief, sort of this really smart dude caught in a web of mess, basically. My favorite character in this movie is Coach, played by Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell. I was gonna accidentally say his name in an Irish accent, but yeah, Colin Farrell. He's great as the coach, and his insults, his jokes, his comebacks, they are fantastic. They're hilarious. Yeah, the cast is great overall. I think Matthew McConaughey works really well as the ultimate protagonist as well, and we also get a lot of like Matthew McConaughey's character has a lot of rivals. So some of the rivals are basically this Hong Kong gang who is also somehow based in the UK. And so we have a bunch of Hong Kong actors, or at least actors based near Hong Kong or China. So yeah, shout out to this movie for shedding on even more light on Hong Kong, as if Hollywood needs more exposure of Hong Kong. But yeah, shout out truly. Other than that, the dialogues, they are flamboyant. They are flamboyant with a capital F. Like the dialogues, they are like poetry at some points. Like, shut up, twat. Let me speak like a wolf of the night, no dawn or dusk. Let me drink this glass of whiskey till the sky turns grey, like the moon in the clear sky. Like it gets really crazy. The dialogues, they get really flamboyant, and I guess I kind of enjoy that. It's entertaining dialogue, but when every single character speaks like that, it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, the style of this movie is also pretty interesting. It's like it has a very strong British style. Like a lot of the clothes are very formal, classy, but with a bit of a modern update to them, which is really nice. Kind of reminds me of Knives Out by Rian Johnson, but sort of a British version of it. But yeah, overall, I think this movie's not bad. Again, I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's that groundbreaking of a movie. But if you're just looking for a good time seeing a bunch of crazy crime things happening in front of your face, well, check this movie out. I am saying that The Gentleman is a nice try, and I'm giving this movie a decent 7 out of 10. So, have you watched The Gentleman? From when did Denim just rate it? Like if you like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. Yeah!